Tony, I enjoyed getting you booted from the book signing. I really enjoyed
you
taking
did
part in
that?
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
the book
I
signing
had a
that you
big
weren't
part.
at while
I had
you
a
were
big part in
working?
that, getting you kicked out. It was fucking awesome to see. Would have no reason to lie to you, especially when it comes to these things like
Did her mom abuse her?
or
In your mind?
absolutely her mother abused her. Are we still together, or is our baby real or fake? Is the pregnancy fake, etc.? Like, why would I? What reason or motive would I have to lie?
Because the woman you're with has a history of lying.
Literally no reason to lie about our child. Why would I lie about the baby's due date?
Under no circumstance do they induce you at 36 weeks, and that's coming from a mother.
Hearing stupid shit like this just shows you that Ken was on the mad drugs. Him and his mama, they both are cut from the same cloth. Because she was just as damn diggy in the last video. And he just followed suit with some fucking stupid ass answers.
Kids,
Well,
under no circumstance.
Wait.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard's baby daddy Ken made a surprise appearance on Sir Morbid X's YouTube channel the other night. Now, to say things got a little heated would be an understatement. So we're going to go over some of the key points and highlights that we're talking.
This is old, but I thought I had seen all Sir Morbid's videos, and apparently I missed the best damn one, so I figured I'd let everyone else see.
Out during this live stream. If you'd like to watch the full live for yourselves, I will have it linked in the description of this video, but without further ado, let's get into it. Now, right off the bat, Ken joins the live stream and tells everybody that he hates everyone.
And I'm not going to be a spoiler alert, but right there at the end, I don't know why Sir Morbid just didn't kick him off. I wouldn't even have tolerated him for 5 more fucking minutes. I'd have been like, losers, be gone. Pat. I mean, that's simple. That's simple. I mean, you're not going to sit here and tell me out of all the evidence that's been proven. I mean, I think this is like months old. But he just done that that stream not too long ago and still believes Gypsy's narrative. I mean, like, how much more proof do you fucking need to realize that look, everybody keeps forgetting the main question. Why don't anybody say about the wheelchair? Gypsy put herself in that wheelchair, and everything that happened after that is all Gypsy. That's the reason her mama lost her life, but fuck the abuse. The abuse is Gypsy putting her ass in that wheelchair and Gypsy keeping herself there. Simple. The damn questions that needed to be asked just don't get asked. I mean, that would have been my first. And y'all know the other ones. I mean, I just made a video of them. Tell me why there was blood everywhere. Tell me why it says that Nick showed up at the motel and he never went to the house. How did you get your mom's nails done and get thrown out at the same damn time? And y'all, I just done a video. You got to go watch it. It's of him in the motel. Or him and Gypsy at the bus stop and stuff. Go look at his hands. He is doing things that if he really truly had a cut on his finger that supposedly bled so bad that that's where the blood come from. No, ma'am. You'll watch him do things with both fucking hands, using all 5 fingers. We know if you get a paper cut on your fingers, I mean, you baby that worse than worse than anything in the world. A baby, like a little paper cut, but it's just so sensitive where it is, trying to do things. He is not wearing a bandage. He's not babying it. He's not even acknowledging it. Because it wasn't there. I'm telling you, Nick never came to that house. He did not even know nothing about the tie straps. I mean, that's what I'm saying, y'all. He never showed up there. And, yeah, that makes another point. Becca Scoops made a video. It's been a while back. All these are a while back. But I go back to listen to them to see if I missed, what I missed, and shit like that and stuff like that. But anyway, she shows us a clip of the internet who was tapping in the internet and all kind of stuff, and she come across a couple of them. She's like, well, these wasn't D's. Okay, well, he makes a statement, and so does Gypsy. She makes it in an interrogation room. And I mean, he says in his too that Gypsy did not have service on her phone. She had to link in to other people's Wi-Fi to talk to him. Okay, well, the Wi-Fi, if she was at Gypsy's, would stay Gypsy's Wi-Fi, right? Okay, but in his text messages, he says, I got off the bus, we were talking, she disappeared off the text messages. I gotta be so specific because people will flip and, yeah, they'll rearrange that whole fucking sentence. But, said that she disappeared off the text messages. He had no idea where she went. He was getting worried because her mama threw it out. He went to go get a soda, and she showed up. Now, if she was traveling, what would she do along the way? She would tap into people's fucking Wi-Fi. And that gave me more the reason to believe that she was not at that home. She went to him. And I had somebody come on my questions. Sorry, I started out with questions, y'all, but I watched this late last night, and it's just been on my mind, so because I wasn't going to get up and make this video. And now I'm going to forget what I was just talking about. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it slow slipped my mind, but once I remember, I'll let y'all know. God dog it. I forgot.
And everybody kind of laughed it off for a little bit, and then they start getting in asking him questions. Now, many people have pointed out in comments that Ken's voice sounds different or almost sounds like he's speaking with a lisp. And apparently Ken said that he was driving in his car, so there are times throughout the live where he loses connection, has to get off, and then
I got it. Okay. I'm so sorry. I know all y'all have me forgetting too. Anyway, okay, I went back through the paperwork because I had a young lady. Give me 1 second because my cat's going to be right here. I had a young lady come at me in my text messages and said, well, that don't account for all the cab rides. Okay. So I went back and was reading through all the paperwork, supposedly on the night that, you know, all the traveling was done. Okay, well, there is. There's a lot. But do you know what they really are? Like, I believe that they recalled the traveling between, okay, look. If they were at the motel, you see the ride to the motel to the train station. Now, both of them checked out of the motel, gathered their things, went to the train station, paid for their train ticket, bus ticket, whatever, got back in the cab, and then went back to the motel. Okay, there had been one more trip from the motel back to the bus that day. Okay, that's 5 in total. First of all, why the fuck would you check out of a motel? Both of them travel to the bus station, get another bus ticket, because I know that only one was bought, I believe, at a time. But why would they both go? Why would they both carry their stuff? Why would they check out of the motel? I mean, it's going to cost you even more to do that. See what I'm saying? But there was 5 cab rides total. Just from that one day. Now, I believe that the bus drivers, or the cab drivers, that's what they were talking about. Because there's no cab ride, like, I'm saying that if Gypsy showed up at that house, now I don't know if she'd done it alone. It makes sense. That's because why she says that there was only like one cleaning bottle. And the blood, I think it started in the kitchen, y'all. I think Dee's back was turned. And I think maybe she might have, I can't even say it without getting upset. Where she slashed her neck. Sorry, I just had to say it real quick. And Dee stumbled down the hallway. She got to her room. That's when Gypsy tied her up. and finished doing whatever she was going to do. She untied Dee, rearranged the scene, and tried to clean up the mess, dispose of just a few shit, and then left. That's when she got in the cab ride to go to the motel the first time. There's no traveling back. Anything that he says, anything that comes out of his mouth does not correspond with the shit that supposedly have happened. And I know I don't understand how everything in this case contradicts everything, down to a fucking youngin'. I mean, the damn truth cannot even be, do you got a damn youngin' or do you not? Did you kill your mom or did Nick? Did you get tied up on the porch or did you not? See what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but it's just so fucking crazy that the damn truth on this case cannot be. I'd have that bitch still in prison. I'm like, y'all got y'all's asses whooped growing up for lying. Did you not? Because I did. And I would get in more trouble for lying than anything else in the book. Anything. And my mom would be like, well, whenever you tell the truth, you can get out of punishment or whatever. It was so more embarrassing to admit to my mom that I lied than anything. I'd have rather run somebody over than to tell my mama I lied. Straight up lied. Because I knew I was going to get my ass whooped 3 times more, but my mama made me. I literally had to tell her, I'm sorry, I lied. What'd you lie about? Then I had to tell her what I lied. I would not have let Gypsy out of prison until that bitch told me the truth and be like, nah, that's another month. That's another month. Keep lying. Keep lying. That bitch she'd still be in prison. I wouldn't let her out until she told the truth. Everything about this case just makes no sense because was she abused? Was she not abused? I mean, everything has to have a fucking alternate, sorry, gotta take this message. And whatever, you know what I'm saying. An alternate response to whatever the fuck it is. It's got to be something opposite. It cannot be the truth. Ever. But I'm not going to pause this anymore. I'm going to eat a biscuit and we're going to watch this together. Now at the end, y'all going to want to jump through, this TV. I meant this phone because he makes me mad. He sounds just like a mini Gypsy Rose, little fucking bitch.
Well, I mean, you guys do spread a lot of misinformation, but I'm here to correct it if you want.
Listen to him. He's here to correct us.
Question, which is, why did Gypsy have her baby a whole month early?
Our baby was born at 36 weeks. She was a tiny bit early, but she was perfectly healthy, and she never went to the NICU. She was a natural birth.
Coming up from somebody that married a fucking murderer.
And she's been incredible. She's been growing.
We value your opinion, bitch.
And,
not.
I mean, what else do you want to know?
Oh, I think that's amazing to hear.
Okay, so we got that out of the way. Next question.
Okay, well, my question was, so does that confirm that like you didn't hook up and cheat before Gypsy admitted?
Everything I've told you has been the truth.
Okay. How much did the baby weigh? How much did the baby weigh at birth?
I'm not gonna.
I'm so sorry. I promise. No more. Do y'all know he's all down for correcting all of them and explaining the reason of their questions? But when they give him some and some good ones, I'm not talking about that. Like I said, we're not talking about that. That's what I said, and that's final. See, he don't want to play. Of course, he don't want to play fair. He don't want to play fair. It ain't question for question. It's question and answer if Ken decides he wants to fucking answer. But for the good ones, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I said. That's not how it goes. Fucking idiot.
I'm not going to disclose that.
Wait,
Okay.
I have a question. You just said he never lied. He never lied, and he did. You said in Natasha Cooper's live that Gypsy was on birth control. That is a lie. Yes or no?
No, it was not a lie.
Okay.
So she was on birth control?
But you also said in that same live that you guys were just friends and weren't having relations.
It was the first time that we met up, and we were just friends.
Ken, the way that Lifetime, the
Yeah,
trailer
friends with
for season
benefits,
2
you
coming
fucking
up here,
moron.
we're gonna see in March, I believe, portrayed you. Do you feel like
Y'all gonna try to tell me? Well, yeah. Let me rephrase that. Ken is gonna try to lie to us and tell us that he has been seeing someone for what? A very long time, almost 8 years in prison, 7. I think that's when they met, 2017. Okay, so for 7 years he corresponded with this person, and the minute that they meet, they want to make friendship bracelets. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's why the bitch got knocked up so soon. She ain't had no dick, and the first time it got tapped, it got knocked up, and he gonna come out here telling me, Ken, stop it. Stop it, Ken. God, this should be a comedy hour. Some bullshit.
it seemed like you were confused?
I won't pause it no more.
You're like, I didn't
That's how
want this
trailers are set
baby.
up.
I'm
They're
surprised.
set
Well,
up
unless
to
he
make
hits
you
some
want to
nerve.
watch what the actual context of the conversation was, but you'll have to watch the show to find out what that context was.
Well,
So
yeah,
you're telling us Lifetime set us up for?
I'm not telling you that Lifetime did anything. I'm just telling you that trailers are set up.
See what I'm saying? The damn truth cannot. It just can't be the fucking truth. It has to be this. It has to be an extra long, exaggerated fucking bullshit answer to beat around the truth to make it the fucking truth. Lord have mercy. Yes, Ken. Yes, Ryan. Yes, Gypsy. All three you motherfuckers need to be together. You need to take all three of you motherfuckers and put you in a padded room and let y'all just live the rest of your fucking existence. If that's really what y'all want to call it. A fucking pathetic waste of space, if you ask me.
To make you want to watch the episode for the full context. So if you want to watch the episode for the full context of that conversation that I had, you'll have to watch the show.
It just
But
seemed
that's
like
not what was
what
said.
you said in the trailer was you were surprised that, or you were disappointed that this baby was born
Exactly.
the way it
Thank
was,
you, Sir
and
Morbid.
you weren't even ready for it, and you thought
Now watch.
you should have got the divorce.
Like
The
I said,
divorce should
you'll
have been
have to-
settled first before
See?
you actually.
So sorry. See him? Now he's done. He don't want to answer the question now that he's been called out that he's a fucking liar. Now it's nope. Okay, I done said what I said. That's final. It's the truth. Shut up. He got called out. He got busted right there and just can't even own it. Y'all gotta stop. You're trying to raise a youngin', and you are gonna raise the most dishonest youngin', and she's gonna get whiplash from looking back and forth. She's not gonna know who the fuck to believe. Like, what'd you say? Come on. You're fucking 34 fucking years old. Act like it. Act like it. Act 10. Shit. I know more honest 10-year-olds than you two.
Again, you'll have to watch the show to find out the full context of that conversation. I can't.
Ken,
I have
why
no
is,
control over how edits are made.
Now, me personally, I'm just wondering why Ken continues to do this, where he randomly will just pop up on Morbid's live streams. Like, he can't talk about anything that's going on during the show because he signed an NDA, so it's like, what are you doing here?
When Gypsy was on Bree's Live 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was, she said that she was supposed to be induced on that day. Why so early?
No, the original induction date was supposed to be the 16th, not the 22nd, and but the baby made an early appearance. But luckily, she was totally healthy and happy, and the doctor sent us home. There was no NICU, there was no C-section. It was a natural birth. I swear to that. I have no reason to lie about that. I have no motive to lie about that.
No,
That is the
believe
truth.
somebody that can't tell the
And
truth when it's stamped on
we
his
got
fucking
lucky,
forehead.
and I'm just happy and blessed that she was healthy, and everything has been great.
Now, the talk about how Gypsy was supposed to be induced before her due date is going to become a major talking point throughout this live. So I just want to explain it before we get to that section. We now know from this live stream that Gypsy's due date was January 22nd. She actually gave birth on December 28th on her own. Ken reveals that Gypsy was actually scheduled to be induced on January 16th. So that's about 6 days before her actual due date that doctors decided to go ahead and schedule her to come into the hospital where they would induce her labor and make her body give birth. So I just wanted to explain that before we get into it because that is going to be a major talking point.
Has your mom, Raina, been able to see your baby?
Yeah, she came down and helped us for the first week. It was the 4 of us living in the house together for the first week.
So right after the baby was born, Ken, Gypsy, and Ken's mother stayed at Ken's house for a week. And a lot of people were bringing this up in the comments saying that, well, Gypsy just violated parole again because she's not allowed to stay at Ken's house for a week. She can only stay for a few days at a time. Now, did she possibly get permission from her parole officer to stay at Ken's house for a week since she just had a baby? That could be possible, but they don't really talk about that again.
What
And,
house? Your house or the Blanchards?
My house in Metairie. And she stayed with us and
His
helped
house.
us bring our baby into the world and gave us a bunch of, pointers and helped us with, accommodating her the best we could. And I thank my mom for that greatly. And it's been great so far.
Yeah, she
So
gives
is
hell
Gypsy
advice,
living
don't
with you
she?
permanently? Permanently. Sorry.
No, she's not. She can't. I spend a few days with her here. I spend a few days with her there. And we make it work as best we can. Well, I mean, when she's with me, obviously, we're all 3 together. When she goes back to cut off, it's her and her family there. And I try to come down when I can, but I also work full-time here in Metairie, or in New
So-
Orleans. Has not been an instance yet of me at home with Aurora by myself without Gypsy.
Take her home.
Breastfeeding.
Now, hold up. Do y'all remember that live where Gypsy is talking about the cameos? She says in that video, this will be the first time that Ken has the baby by himself, and makes the bullshit statement that he has called her, or the baby has said dada, not mama. Is that not the oddest fucking thing to even say? I wouldn't even want to say it. I wouldn't even admit it that my old man, if you spend more time with that baby, that's going to be the words that come out of its mouth. So when you walk around going, mama, well, there is some that say daddy, but it's because the partnership is like 50-50. But we're talking about somebody that spends a lot more time with the mama than ever the daddy. But for him to say daddy instead of mommy, and her excuse was, well, I don't go around going, mama, 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 mama. Okay, Gypsy. Okay.
We're formula feeding.
Now, a very telling portion of this live is going to be where they bring up Gypsy's new book, My Time to Stand. And when asked about it, Ken refuses to talk about this book.
Does Gypsy still suck baby bot? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hey, come on.
Well, if you're gonna get rude and
I'm sorry. It's in her
inappropriate, then I'm
book.
not
It's in
gonna-
her book. It's a fair question.
Did you read the book, Ken?
I have read the book.
And what are
I'm
your
not gonna
thoughts?
talk about the book. We're not gonna get into the book.
Why?
Why not,
I
Ken?
just don't want to. I don't want to.
It
You
doesn't
got
What are
in
your
the
thoughts
trees
about
on
it?
that shit, because that's one sick,
We're
perverse
not gonna talk
fucking
about this.
book.
If you were to rate it 1
Are
to
you
5,
proud of
like
her book?
a movie,
Are you proud? Are you proud
I'm proud
of
of
it?
Gypsy for sharing her story, and that's all there is to say.
were you at the book
It's
signing?
not her story. It's a
Wait,
made
I
up
had to work.
story.
You
I
had
have
to
a
work.
question. I have a question, just real quick.
Go ahead.
You know, did you learn new things when you read the book?
That's a great
Of course.
question.
That's a good
Of
question.
course.
What did you
So
learn?
was
I'm
there
not
a
gonna
lot of
talk about the book.
stories? Well, I'm not. I'm just generally asking. Like,
See what I'm saying, y'all? Like, just the wrong questions aren't being asked when we get these, like, what's it, perspective, true crime? He got him on the panel. Keish and Starlight got Gypsy in a present. Why don't, I mean, it's probably because they're getting put on the spot. But my first questions would be, Gypsy, how can you explain to the world a narrative when the narrative did not happen? It had to be made up by your defense. At first, y'all threw Nick under the bus, and that didn't work. He had to go with something else, so he claimed abuse. For 8.5 years, you pushed that fake fucking narrative on people. and you're still trying to convince everyone out here that it happened when we know it didn't happen, and your attorney says so. He says on the court steps of the fucking courthouse that he had to make something up or Gypsy would have spent life in prison. That's why they're the photos. That's why any of it does not correspond with any abuse, because it didn't happen.
Well, I know you're
stories
asking
in
about it,
there
but I'm not gonna talk about the book.
Was the
so we can move on.
was it?
It must have
See?
been very emotional.
Just tell
for
it.
you.
It's a very emotional story to read Gypsy's book.
How come
She's
you
been
didn't
through a
know
lot.
about that
but
stuff? If I'm just wondering. I mean, was it a surprise to you? Were you like, whoa?
He's getting paid, so he ain't gonna rat on this bitch any fucking way, but he knows this shit ain't right. That's why he keeps stumbling over his words. I won't pause no more, y'all.
Gypsy, wow, you didn't share this with me. I mean, we have a baby together, and
we're gonna move on from the book conversation.
So obviously, Gypsy's book
Fucking
is a
pussy.
toughy subject for Ken, and I mean, understandable. That book has some very, very vulgar things in it, and they didn't actually
Anything that involves the
issue
truth,
a
he don't want
warning
shit to do with
about
it.
the vulgarness until after the book had been released, and so many people were having reactions to it. And remember, Gypsy dedicated this book to her daughter Aurora, so that someday when she grows up, she can read it to really understand Gypsy's story. Now, this next clip, Becca Scoops joins the live, and she's going to ask more questions about that induction date.
Hey, I'm back. This is Becca Scoops. Hi, Ken. I have a question, and this might be a really stupid question. I was out walking my dog. I'm a dog lover too, Ken. Did you guys say, or did Ken say that Gypsy had an induction date of like January 16th? Is that right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, so induction meaning, I know I only had 3 kids. I wasn't an OB nurse, but meaning they would induce labor on the 16th, right?
Correct.
So they weren't going to let her go into like natural, just like go into spontaneous labor, right?
I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm just saying
Okay,
that
so like
Usually
let's
they
say your
don't
due date.
induce.
Usually
the
when
original due date was the 22nd. We decided
Right.
with our
But
doctors
usually
to
they don't
induce.
induce with the first
they don't.
We just
pregnancy
decided.
until you're past your due date.
Sorry, guys. Did you hear him? We just decided. Is that not something we've heard before with some fake bullshit? Her mama just decided to pull my fucking teeth. Her mama just decided this and that. Her mama just had to convince him. You trying to tell me, Ken, that you walked into a fucking hospital and convinced doctors to introduce labor a month early because y'all just felt the need to? Y'all had a party to go to, so we just need to hurry up and get this over with. Come on, y'all. We're gonna have a baby a month earlier because we need to. We have plans. Come on, TikTok. Did you have a fucking vacation or some stupid shit, Ken? Oh.
So
That's
here-
not
here's-
always true.
Can I talk?
Just to
Can I talk?
All right, hold
clarification.
on. Let Becca go.
So usually, Ken, what happens is like when you have a due date, which for Gypsy it would be January 22nd, I think you guys were saying, especially with the first baby, which is usually late, not early. You don't induce labor. You don't induce labor. Period. You want that baby to be baking in the oven as long as possible. Now, I'm only asking because that you guys brought up that, and I'm not trying to catch you in anything, Ken. Trust me, I'm not a mean person. I'm just trying to understand because we know that Gypsy had some health issues, and I'm wondering if that was why the induction date, like her OBGYN was like, look, let's, or maybe you don't know, Ken. Maybe you don't know.
I was wondering.
I know everything because I was there for everything. I went to every appointment. I went to every doctor's appointment.
Good.
And the baby was originally set at a due date of the 22nd. That's
For somebody that knows everything, the motherfucker don't know shit. Because all he does is lie. And his best words are, I don't know. I ain't saying shit. We ain't talking about that. Move on. Move on. His mom even says those exact fucking words in that last video I showed you. She goes, it's been 10 years. Let's move on. Huh.
based off of, the beginning of the pregnancy. And the doctor decided that, hey, let's go ahead and induce on the 16th at earliest. and the baby made an earlier appearance. Luckily for us,
He does not sound how fucking stupid he sounds right now. Like, you just go in there, here's $1,000. Can you go ahead and get that sucker out of there? We got a party to go to. Ken, when you sober up, baby, come back and watch this video.
he was born totally healthy and never had to go to the NICU. It was not a C-section. It was a natural birth. And
Okay,
that's really all there
I'm
is
so
to
happy,
say.
and I'm sorry I was out of breath. I was walking my dog, and I was.
Okay, so when that baby was born, by his own definition, the baby was underweight. Okay, Ken, why are y'all not living a hella life? Because if my doctor induced my labor a month early and my baby was born premature that could cause health problems, I would have sued the ever-living shit out of him. But just like Gypsy's narrative growing up, that her mama forced all these surgeries, her mama just walked in there and was like, y'all, get rid of them fucking teeth. And they just done all this shit and performed all these fake 30 surgeries. And you think Gypsy'd be able to sue the shit out of them for malpractice, but she couldn't. You know why? Because it didn't fucking exist. And just like this stupid shit that's coming out of Ken's mouth, the shit didn't exist. Sober up, Ken. Come back. Then we'll talk about it.
And someone in the chat was like, doesn't have good energy. Well, I'm sorry, I was running. Yeah, well, thank you for answering that. That was just interesting about having an induction date, and us, we want to know everything.
Now Morbid addresses the fact that Ken agreed to do a one-on-one interview with him and still hasn't done it, yet he went on the Viall Files podcast.
To me, I have contractual obligations, and I have
Lifetime?
I have a parent company that oversees those obligations. So I have to have permission to do live one-on-one interviews, and that's the reason why, yes, I'm allowed to go on Viall Files or whatever because I get permission from the network. However, I cannot do a one-on-one interview with you because I do not have permission from the network, and that is the reason why.
So why didn't you ask?
Back on my word. It's not because I was lying to you or fibbing to you.
Okay.
If you had to ask permission to go on the Viall Files, why could you not have asked permission to go on Sir Morbid? More fucking bullshit. More bullshit. Shut up, Ron.
That's the reason. You have to understand there's contractual obligations that I have.
AKA, I'm getting paid. No, but I really wish Morbid would have asked him during that time if he was getting paid for that contractual obligation.
So when does that contract end so we could get that done?
I don't have an answer for you right now. I mean, I'm still under contract right now. This is not considered a one-on-one interview, so
no,
I'm just talking to you at the moment. Right. But as far as the one-on-one interview goes, if that time comes,
I'm going to hold you to it, buddy.
Okay.
Ken, in the back of your mind, do you ever want?
Wait a minute. A Viall Files interview, wasn't that 2 people, y'all? So Ken, Sir Morbid, we couldn't have kicked everybody else out but Starlight and Ken, and all 3 of y'all have a conversation together? Shut up. Just shut up.
Or maybe this is Ryan's baby.
Well, because of the fact that we've already done a paternity test and posted those results, and I understand there's a whole tinfoil hat community that wants to believe that everything we post is fake or bullshit or photoshopped. I literally have no motive or reason, personally speaking for myself, to lie about that.
Yeah, he is
so
mad.
I'm telling you with 100% certainty,
mad.
because I did a paternity test, that is my child. And I have absolutely zero reason to lie about that. Nothing I have ever said to anybody on any live panel, podcast, etc., has been a lie. So if you want to believe, and
are you sure, Ken?
I know that there's a community out there that wants to believe.
Because we all lie, Ken.
Listen, of course we all lie, but I have not lied about my child. Now, I know there's a whole community out there that wants to believe that there was a fake pregnancy and that it's a fake baby, and there's nothing that I can do to change your mind. Minds that have been made up on irrationality cannot be changed. I can't help you.
I never thought the video was fake.
I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you did. I'm not speaking to you directly. I'm just saying to anybody listening who wants to believe that this was a fake pregnancy, that Gypsy wore a fake belly. I mean, it's just so fucking insane that
I don't believe any of that. Just for the record,
have a rational conversation with that person because it's just so ridiculous that I don't even want to, honestly.
Yeah, I get that.
So we got the initial photograph of the baby, and it looks like it came from Christy, correct?
Oh no, I mean that picture was taken.
I mean, according to Gypsy.
Over Gypsy.
It came from Christy, and she wasn't pleased about. She said that on Breeze Live.
Oh, and then he was like, I'm so excited. You know, I would really like to announce. And because I have been in the media for, you know.
Now here is another scenario where Gypsy is blaming Ken. Okay, I posted a video, I think not even 2 days ago, where Gypsy comes up and tells this lame ass excuse that Ken, just out of the blue, he was at work, just calls Gypsy and just says, hey, throw them microdeletion bullshit photos or the paperwork on the internet so we can prove that the baby don't got microdeletion. Really? Here is Gypsy doing the exact same thing with the fucking paternity results.
Oh, a year now, or, you know, it's been longer, but hardcore out in the world media. In my mind, announce meant like People Magazine or something like that. And so I was like a hardcore no. I was like, no, we're not announcing. We're not, why? Like our family, our friends know. Why does the world have to know? And so it wasn't until he's like, I just want to post a picture on my Instagram. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, first of all, which one? Because I don't want to show her, because I was very, you know, protective, and I still am very protective. So I was like, I want to make sure that we agree on the picture. He's like, do you want me to tag you in it? I'm like, no. This is, you know, and essentially, this is what you want to do. It's your Instagram. I'm not going to tell you how to run your Instagram. All I'm going to say is my input on which picture that I think we could both come to an agreement on, to where it's still protecting her, but you can still have your moment to where you can announce as a proud father. And so once we had an understanding about that, then he posted the picture. Me, on the other hand, I'm still not gonna post a picture. I don't even post pictures on my private Facebook. Like TMZ and all those media stuff, like they follow our social media platforms. So when we post something on our social media, then mainstream media picks up afterward. So TMZ did reach out to Ken and wanted a comment. They were gonna print the article regardless of anything. Short and simple comment. Yeah, exactly. So he's like, you know, the baby's healthy, we're happy, all is good. Christy, she was like, I got offended, but then like we had a conversation because she was like, you know, somebody's gonna get it. Realistically, one day when y'all are out and about, somebody's gonna get a picture of the baby. And I'm like, she's like, well, you should sell it. That way, if somebody's gonna make money off of it, should be you and not some rando. And I got really offended and a little upset with her over it. And I'm like, absolutely not. There is a huge difference between if somebody takes a picture where I'm not even aware, we're at the park, let's just say we're at the park, somebody snaps a picture of us walking through the park. I can't control what other people do, you know, that's just the unfortunate reality of it. But I can control what I do, and I make the choice to not exploit my child.
I don't know what you're talking about, because to be honest,
That's just the reality of it. Ken likes to say that same thing a lot, you guys. Each one of you just regurgitate the same fucking bullshit that comes out of each other's mouth.
I don't follow the TikTok drama.
No, there's only one
don't
picture of you
Correct.
in the hospital.
Yeah, that's a photo that I released. I posted on my Instagram.
Yeah, but you didn't take it, so somebody took it.
No,
and,
yeah, I didn't take it.
And I believe
can't
it was
recall who
Christy.
took it.
Is it fair to say?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, who took the picture.
I'm just saying,
There was-
Gypsy said.
Can't
that
even
it was
tell the
Christy,
truth
and she
about
was
a
kinda
fucking
pissed.
picture.
Maybe it was.
Dude,
I
come on,
couldn't be
you
sure.
know, you were there, bro.
I'm telling you right now, I swear to God, I'm not entirely sure who took the picture. We had a lot of people come in and out of our room, and I don't remember exactly who took the picture.
Now Pink Pony Club, the content creator who flew out to the book signing to live stream the event for Morbid, is going to join the panel and listen to what Ken says to her.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You want
Okay,
to
so I just wanted to
Hey,
address
Pink Pony, I
something.
enjoyed getting you booted from the book signing. I really enjoyed taking part in that.
Oh,
yeah,
the book
I
signing
had a
that you
big
weren't
part.
at while
I had
you
a
were
big part in
working.
that, getting you kicked out. It was fucking awesome to see. I loved it.
So you were
I
working.
just love the
You
fact-
that's
don't
weird.
like
fact-
that you don't
fact-
hold on.
Wait,
Hold
hold on. Let Pink.
Hold up. First of all, we know that's a lie. Second of all, Ken, you wouldn't even have seen it. He's going to sit here and talk about shit, talking about it was even funny to see. He wouldn't even have seen it until it was aired on TV.
Pony and Starlight, I'll let you talk. Pink Pony, you want to respond to? That's a very weird flex.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. I just love the fact that you you paid for travel accommodation to get down there for the book signing, and then we got your ass kicked out. I just loved that, and then watching you just
Wait,
kick her
You
off,
love
it's
that?
hilarious.
Why?
At this
I
point,
loved
can I
it.
say something?
Really?
Just proving more and more how much of a douche you really are, Ken.
That's totally
Yeah,
fine.
but
I mean,
what's
hey,
funny
Guys,
I
let
didn't pay
Pink
to
Pony
travel
respond
somewhere
to that,
to
please.
try and harass somebody and then get kicked out at the door. So
She
I mean,
didn't
that's on
harass
you.
anybody,
No,
number
she
one,
didn't
Ken.
harass
Come on,
anyone.
buddy.
Well, she planned to. So
Okay, well, actually, Gypsy was harassing me via my TikTok about a week before the event. Number one.
I don't know
Number
about that,
two,
but you know.
number two, let me finish. Number two, I find it interesting that you are such a good multitasker that you could simultaneously be at work and have me removed from
No,
the
I
book
said I got
signing.
off work,
So
but go ahead.
kudos to you. You just said that you were working and you didn't attend the
Oh,
book
I was
signing, and
working and
now
I had the book
suddenly you
signing, but I
had a
can still
part in
text,
that.
right? I can still text at work. But anyway, go ahead.
Are you going to let me finish, or are you going to keep
No, go
talking
ahead.
over
Go
me?
ahead. Keep talking. Go ahead.
Okay, so the reason why I joined this panel is because there's a really interesting message from Fancy to Ken from years ago that was dumped from, I don't know, Fancy's files on Reddit, where Fancy is attempting to sabotage Nick with Ken's help. So I texted you that screenshot, Morbid. I would like Ken to address that. Fuck the book signing. Fuck the book signing. Address that.
Okay, so let's see if we could tackle it one at a time here. Let's get to the text. But why do you get so much joy, Ken, out of
I just
kicking
find it
Pink
hilarious
Pony
that
out?
somebody traveled, paid for accommodations,
Do you
hotels
know-
to try and harass the book sign and then got booted at
Wait,
the door. I just find that
wait,
funny.
Ken, do you know
Okay.
the reason behind why it wasn't to harass Gypsy? We were there for Dee Dee.
It was to honor Dee Dee. Do you have a problem with that?
I just find it funny that you got booted at the door. Hilarious.
You
Okay,
find
but
it funny?
do you have a
All
problem
right,
with
well,
that?
that's cool.
I find it funny that
all
Lifetime's
the money
not
you
paying you
wasted is
enough
just
that you
music to my
still have to
ears.
work
I
a
just
second
enjoy
fucking
it.
job. That's the funny
Ooh, you're
part.
cracking
The
up.
funny
Oh, so Pink Pony Club just said, I find it funny that Lifetime isn't paying you enough, that you still have to work a second job.
Sure do.
Your
Are
mic
you
is
knocking a man for working a
crackling.
job? Hilarious, but go ahead.
Look, Ken. All right. So you were the one that actually initiated the removal of Pink Pony because she wanted.
No, I definitely had a part in it. I definitely had a
Where
part in
were
it.
you?
And that was just, it was so scrumptious to
What was
see
your part in it?
watching her get kicked out and then have to go
It was
stand on the corner
scrumptious. Where
and
did you
film.
watch
It's
that, by the
fucking
way, Ken?
hilarious.
Be honest with
I
me,
watched
bro.
it later.
Where
Ken,
did
you
you
weren't
watch it?
there.
Where did you watch that go down?
I watched it later. I
Where?
just said
on my fucking
on my
TikTok.
phone.
Wait, but you
On my
said you had
phone.
part of it.
Hey,
You said
Pink,
I'm
I
surprised.
think you're going to have to come back because your mic is
Yeah,
crackling
I
for
said
some
what
reason.
now?
You said you had a part of it, and then now you said you
Yeah,
watched
no,
it.
no.
later.
I had a conversation with people and I made sure that she got her ass kicked out of the door. So it was great. I enjoyed it.
So you're proud of that?
Fuck yeah, I'm proud of it.
You said a little slurry. Just saying.
She was
Um,
harmless. Did you think she was harmful to the event?
No, I'm just happy to see that somebody who paid for travel and accommodation to come down there and harass her book signing got booted.
It
at the door.
wasn't
I just really
harassing.
enjoyed that.
No one was
Well,
there
you
to
might have a
harass.
different, you might have a
Ken, do you
different term
proof
for
of
it,
the
but
harassment?
Wait,
that's
guys,
the
one
term
at
I
a
have for it.
time.
And I just really enjoyed it. So I had
Okay,
no
so
fun
you
that day,
enjoyed
but
it.
I think it's over.
Starlight, go ahead.
I could care less.
It says a lot.
Well, I'm just stuck on the harassing thing because that is not what that was about whatsoever. You're turning it into that because
we beg to
Gypsy's
differ.
the
That's
ultimate
fine.
victim, right?
Agree to disagree.
I don't see any
What-
harassment there.
What
You don't
about
want me
it
to
was
say
Of course
harassing?
you wouldn't. I mean, I'm talking to a panel of haters right now. I don't expect you to see
That
my
is not
point.
true.
Like,
Or
but I'm
Kizzle.
telling you that I find it hilarious that if somebody traveled down there to cause drama and trouble at her
She
book signing
traveled down.
event and
Okay,
made
so
sure
I'm
that
gonna
she
I'm gonna
got
set you
kicked
straight
out
on
He
this,
was
Ken.
not
and
there
sent to
to
the
cause
corner,
trouble.
I find, I find
Unless we
hilarity
get
in
Pink
that.
Pony back up, but maybe I'm speaking out of terms here. But she didn't just travel down there for the hell of it. Okay, she went down there for a purpose to actually just
Justice for Dee Dee. She was there to record
some of the stuff and document it, and that was about
Yeah.
it. There was no
I mean, you can phrase it however you want to phrase it, but I see it as harassment.
There
to
was
my
no
girlfriend.
plans for
I'm a
harassment
mother of
at
my
all.
child,
You got it
and
wrong,
I
buddy.
What
enjoyed
is that? Hold
watching
on, I
her
have a
get
question.
her
What do you call
refund
harassment?
handed to her
How?
face and sent packing. I really enjoyed it.
You
And
sent her
nothing could take that.
Did they record when Gypsy and her friend drove by somebody's work? Did Lifetime film that? When Gypsy and her friend took a little ride past somebody's work. Remember that?
I have
Did you
no
not-
idea what you're talking about because I was not a part of that.
Wow.
Bullshit.
That's sad. If he really
Gypsy
doesn't know,
said something about it.
Ken's
He
got
really
that
doesn't
confidence
know
juice. I
liar.
want to give
Right
Pink
now,
Pony.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Whoa,
so
calm down,
What
Ken.
are you talking about? Tell me.
So what they're referring to here is when Gypsy and Bree drove past Ivory Rose Grove's job and this was discussed heavily. So I'm not sure how Ken would not know about this. So he's either lying or Gypsy never told him, in which both of those things are equally concerning. I think that this live was very telling, as Ken is now starting to show his true colors. This is probably the most confrontational he's ever been during a live stream. And he's just being very rude and very reckless. And again, I don't know why he even joined the panel to begin with. I really don't. But now the panel is going to circle back to questions about Gypsy's potential induction. And it seems that Ken is confused, or he's just not understanding what Becca Scoops is trying to say.
The only reason you induce 2 weeks early is over a health concern. Okay?
Ken, can you confirm that rumor
No, absolutely
of
not. I
health
mean,
concern for your baby?
I mean, that's a very generic approach. I mean, sometimes babies are born a little bit early.
I just know this as a rule of thumb that
Yo,
normal
I
pregnancies, when
can't.
there are no health concerns, the doctor wants to keep the baby go full term. They do not want the baby to come early under any circumstances, because the first thing is there's going to be a problem with the lungs. Okay. Now, luckily, that didn't happen with your daughter, even though she was born pretty early. That's kind of early. That's called preterm at 36 weeks.
Now, Ken's mother, Raina, actually joined Sir Morbid's panel the night after this live stream. And just as Becca mentioned something about the baby's lungs, Ken's mother said that Gypsy was getting shots for the baby's lungs to develop, because prior to her giving birth, at her, I believe she said 36-week appointment, but don't quote me on it, Gypsy had started to dilate. So you go weekly once you start getting closer to that birth date. And every time Gypsy went to an appointment, she was dilating more. So they suspected that the baby could possibly be coming sooner, and Gypsy was getting these shots for the baby to help baby's lungs develop.
So, no, a doctor would not induce 2 weeks before a due date. It just doesn't happen unless there's a reason. And Ken, that's her. I don't need to know why. I just wanted to set the record straight.
It's actually insane that I have to tell somebody who used to work as a nurse this, but actually sometimes babies are born a little bit earlier than their due date.
Yes, they are, but they're not
And that
induced.
was
They're
the
not
case
induced
with
early.
our
They're
daughter.
not induced
Okay,
early.
well, you said that she was induced 2 weeks. Okay, the induction date was supposed to be less than 1 week before her original due date planned from the beginning. But these
you
things
don't
are
induce-
never finite. They're never solidified. You know, and sometimes we'll see what happens. And our baby was born a little bit early, but nothing to the point of being sent to the NICU.
You said the
nothing of
16th,
being-
Ken, on December, right?
The 16th of January was supposed to be her induction date, but she was born a little bit earlier.
I want to ask any mother out there that's had a baby, if the doctor ever decided to induce you early
No.
for no reason.
Absolutely not.
Can I say
Okay,
what I want to say now?
okay. Well, listen, you know,
After Ken.
sometimes cases are different than the norm, but the
Oh my
point is
God,
our baby
Ken.
was born perfectly healthy and
And I'm
perfectly
happy.
happy.
So
Okay,
happy for
perfect.
that,
So I
genuinely.
don't exactly know what you're arguing against here, but
I'm just arguing that it wasn't smooth. It wasn't for no
it
reason.
absolutely
that,
was a
it's like
smooth
saying,
delivery. There
But
was no
Ken-
I
pushed
saw
it
your
out in
video
15
where you
minutes, all
talked
that
about how she
bullshit.
was a C-section, like, and that all this. She wasn't. She
Who,
was a
Becca
natural
Scoops'
Could have
birth.
been a
video?
planned C-section if it was going to be induced. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just saying what I know of.
You know
my
who put out that
professional-
Okay, but I'm
misinformation,
just telling
Ken?
you
Bree.
that, you know,
Bree
you
put
shouldn't
out
put out
that
you
a
shouldn't put out
misinformation about the
disinformation until
C-section.
you know exactly what you're talking about. And the baby was born on December 28th, and she was 100% healthy. She got sent home with us the next day or 2 days later, and she's been an amazing baby ever since. She's been growing regularly.
Yo, with the all right, a couple days ago, I put out that whole micro delusion that Ken wanted to, or Gypsy needed to prove to us that the baby didn't have micro delusion. Excuse me. Why is it so hard? If there wasn't nothing wrong with that baby, why is he fighting so hard to prove to us that there is? Why can't he just said, yes, she was born 2 weeks early and we're not quite sure yet, but she might have micro delusion, but we won't know until she gets a little older. Why can't he say some stuff like this? Why does he have to literally dumb himself down and look like a fucking idiot on the whole YouTube to prove a point and to stand by a complete liar? Gypsy is known to lie about everything that comes out of her mouth. Everything. But everybody else is so wrong. We've got it wrong. You don't understand the question.
She's been weighing regularly. She's been gaining weight. Everything has been great. So
Let's
there's
hope they
absolutely
can.
no cause for concern here. There's no room for whatever you're trying to spin. I don't know what it is, but we're lucky and we're happy and we're blessed that Aurora was born totally happy, totally healthy, and she's been growing and she's been doing amazing ever since. So
Okay,
sometimes babies are born a little bit earlier than their due date, and that happens. But the point
totally,
is, she
yeah.
was
No,
born with
they're
a full head of
not.
hair. She was born totally formed. She was totally healthy, and we couldn't be happier.
And for him just having to repeat himself, something was wrong with that baby. And for the fact that Gypsy Rose refuses to show her face, I think explains it all. Because if Gypsy could make a fucking dollar, Gypsy's gonna make a fucking dollar. And the same reason and the same shit Gypsy did growing up, conning and grifting, she did as pretending to be a child. That's the only reason she had wanted a kid with Nick, so she could start the grift back then. And the minute she got out of prison, her and Ryan went and bought a baby outfit the same fucking day. That was Gypsy's first stop. So for the fact that Gypsy simply wanted a youngin' just so she could start grifting, and she can't grift all this day, she can't monetize off of it, or else we would be seeing Gypsy on every platform there is, trying to raise a fucking dollar.
That was the case. So there really is no reason to dilly-dally and the this and that and the possibilities and the semantics and the questions, and it's just like, if you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm telling you right now that I have literally no
We are literally just trying to get you to tell the truth. That's it. Why do you think that we give a fuck if the baby has a microdeletion? Do you think that we wish harm upon a child? We're not Gypsy. We don't go around hurting people. But we're just asking you to simply open your fucking mouth and let the truth just fucking roll out. Such an idiot.
motive to lie. Absolutely no motive to lie.
We're not
She was a
questioning
natural
that.
birth. She's totally healthy, and she's been great. She's been a great baby. She'll turn 4 weeks on Saturday, and we couldn't be happier. And
Okay.
I don't understand, and that's all there
Nina,
is to say.
your camera's on. Turn it off, and then I'll bring you up because I don't know if your camera's on.
So I think that there might have been confusion there because he said that the induction date was the 16th, and then I asked, well, why was the baby born on the 28th? He said the baby came early, so I think that Gypsy wasn't induced on the 28th. The baby came on the 28th. And she wasn't induced. Unless I'm wrong, I could be wrong, but that's how I understood it.
Haiti, I know that she wasn't induced. It's that when a regular pregnancy, and after this, let's not talk about it anymore. In a regular pregnancy, people don't get induced unless it's late or there's a health concern.
Under no circumstance do they induce you at 36 weeks. And that's coming from a mother of 2 kids.
Well,
under
it wasn't supposed to be. All right, dude, you really dropped this fucking girl on, dude. I swear to God.
Wait, wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. I know.
I didn't know you had a vagina. Oh, and
First of all, I mean, obviously you're too fucking stupid to realize that she wasn't induced at 36 weeks.
Ken, you gentlemen, come on, bro.
So she was supposed to be induced at 38 weeks.
And you've always been a liar. So why would you come on here telling the truth now? You're a liar.
Calm down. No, you're a fucking liar.
Just like Cowboy Bear, you were bent over with Cowboy Bear.
Yeah,
you came up here and lied.
All right, guys, hold on one second. Calm down. Let's relax. Let's relax.
You've been lying. You're a liar.
First of all. Second of all, she would have been induced at 38 weeks if you can do your fucking math right, but you can't because you're fucking stupid. So she was born at 36 weeks, like I said, 2 weeks earlier than the induction date. So yeah, get your math right.
Let's be respectful, Ken. Come on. No need to throw that.
You're actually telling me to be respectful? I swear.
Yeah, but I didn't know that you had a coochie because you're up here speaking to women about childbirth.
Okay, so again,
so you need to act like you got some sense.
Let Ken and Nina talk because I think.
Well, we got some sense. You're out here acting like you're a woman. Yes, I know you act like a woman sometimes, but yes, you're not.
We don't want him to rage quit.
Loser.
Wait, Ken, back up. Loser's not going to get you. Okay, go ahead.
All I'm going to do is drag your ass when I get over here.
She keeps talking. All right, so like I said, she said that the baby wasn't induced at 36 weeks. She wasn't induced at 36 weeks. She was born at 36 weeks. She would have been induced at 38 weeks.
So she was induced earlier.
Pitocin is inducing. Pitocin is inducing, but that's what we're talking about. You do not know what you're speaking about.
I know
They don't
exactly what
give
I'm speaking about.
Pitocin
You
unless
are
they're
not.
inducing you.
All right.
Now, the reason that Nina is bringing up Pitocin here is because Gypsy said when she was on Bree's Live that she was given Pitocin while she was at the hospital about to give birth. Pitocin is a medication that can help induce your labor. It can help strengthen your contractions, and it can also help to contract your uterus and basically further along the delivery process. And Gypsy did mention on that live with Bree that she had already been dilating.
If anything, wouldn't they have given it a shot to stop and slow down the birth, so it had a chance to be born on the same time it's supposed to, opposed to her not having a health issue and inducing it?
Previously to going to the hospital, but once she got to the hospital, her dilating kind of slowed down a little bit, so maybe the doctors gave her Pitocin to just move the labor along a little quicker. However, Pitocin is also very commonly used when women go in for inductions. So without going into a whole full-blown birthing educational session, just know that Pitocin can be used for both situations.
1,100 people in the chat, and we've got a lot of mothers. Any mother, can you tell me if you were induced early for no reason? That you had a great pregnancy and the doctor said, you know what, we're going to induce you 4 days before your due date. Please, someone put ones in the chat if that happened.
My daughter was born at 36
Because I guarantee you that has happened to no one.
So now we're going to go back to Pink Pony Club is going to come up on panel, and they're going to address these text messages between Ken and Fancy from 2019, where she's talking about having the complete inside story on Nicholas Godejohn. Now, these text messages are very old. I know that Fancy has talked about it and addressed it more recently, and this was back when the woman named Dawn was basically writing to Nicholas Godejohn and quote-unquote dating him to basically get information about him. Because while Fancy was still working with the Blanchers, and before she had realized everything that she knows now, they didn't want Nicholas to get an appeal. They wanted him to stay right where he is at. So recently, people have started talking about these text messages again, and Pink Pony Club wants to ask Ken what this is all about.
Just thought I'd let you know we now have the complete inside story on Nick, and we intend to make sure that guy never gets an appeal or sees the light of day. Thank God Gypsy escaped that sociopath. Hope you are well. So I'm real curious what this conspiracy against Nick was. Is that about the text from Dawn? And I would hope that maybe Ken could give us a shred of honesty during this live and expose Fancy for whatever she's been doing to try and conspire against Nick Godejohn.
I'm actually the one that released the screenshot, but yeah, go ahead.
So you're goodwivesdish@gmail.com, that's you?
No, but I'm the one that posted this conversation.
So you have this entire Google Drive?
I don't know about the Google Drive, but the conversation between me and Fancy, I believe so. I have no idea.
Sure.
You're asking me to look back on a 6-year-old conversation and tell you what Fancy was doing. I have no idea. I'll tell you this, though. I don't like Fancy. I've never liked Fancy, and I disapprove of anything that she says and does. She's a maniac and insufferable lunatic who has been consumed by this entire story.
By truth.
I have nothing else to say beyond that.
So now Nellie Belly is going to join the panel, and I believe she is a friend or was a friend of Dee Dee's during their childhood, so she knows Dee Dee's family.
I'm really puzzled by the relationship between Ken and Gypsy. Ken seems to not be in the loop of anything that they do, and I mean, if it
unless he's playing dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I can only speak from my own
Playing
personal
dumb? You're
experience
asking
in
me to like
relationships.
give you insight on a 6-year-old text conversation? You think that'd be
No, I
I'm
wasn't
playing
talking
dumb?
about
No,
that.
put it up. No, he's not playing.
Ken, not.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
Well,
you don't like Nina, Ken.
Uh-oh.
I think the feeling is mutual between them.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're
think
really
that Nina is
upset.
like a second. She's like a second to Fancy. Somebody who's been entirely consumed by the Gypsy Rose, case that Gypsy Rose kind of owns and controls.
The whole
you
world
and,
is
like,
intrigued that a
I'm
fucking
saying
child
you
got away with
I'm
fucking
not-
murder.
No, wait.
Okay,
Let's clear
nobody
something
called
up.
your fucking
No,
job.
listen,
No.
yes. Yes, and Bree admitted to it. Your girlfriend has harassed me, or your baby mama, your hoe,
Listen,
whatever you want to
you
call
got
her.
fired from your job because you're an
Let them
online lunatic,
work it out.
No. Listen, Ken, this would have never happened. I would have never. I didn't reach out to Gypsy. I'm not the one sitting on panels. No. Listen, you're going to listen to me.
Obsessive bully who nobody wants to have them work for them. So now you do what every other content creator does, and you shit out fake videos with false rumors and bullshit to get.
How do you know that,
because
Ken,
that
that
is your
Nina
job
was a
now.
shitty employee and all that?
Because that's all that you do now. You post fake news and fake content to get views and clicks for views and money.
But my stuff
Because
has actually been proven.
No,
So
none of your shit has been proven.
so the fact that stuff has checked out.
Bullshit. No, listen. The reality is you have nothing else. You have
You
nothing
sound really
else.
angry, Ken. Why are you big mad, Kenyatta?
Oh no,
Kenyatta,
that's a
what are
cute
you
little
upset
card to
about?
play because I'm shutting you the fuck down right now. You know that I'm right.
Kenyatta, what are you so upset about,
Kenyatta? No life outside of
Kenyatta, why are you so
your
upset?
entire existence is built
Kenyatta,
off
why are
Gypsy.
you so
And you have
upset?
to post false
Kenyatta.
bullshit to get views and clicks.
Oh,
to
okay,
make you money
okay.
because you have no other income otherwise.
They post
You live with your
about
mother,
me
and
more.
you have
I don't
nothing
live
going
with
on
my
in
mom.
your life.
Ken,
You
let's
have
not
nothing going
throw
on
out
in your life.
accusations
that's
that are
fine.
not
That's
true.
just the reality here that I'm speaking.
She doesn't live with her
Back here.
mother.
Yeah,
You
you're
have
like
Fucking
you
with
have
no
a lot
reality,
of
but
nerve.
slap the shit out
But
of
the
them.
fact that you're a drug addict, you had a baby by a murderer, and you want to talk shit about someone, you had a baby by a
I'm not
murderer.
talking
Are you
shit. I'm talking facts
You
here,
got a
lady.
lot of nerve.
You
Just the
have
fact that you
nothing
had a
else
baby
to
by a
do but
murderer
to
does
post
not qualify you to even speak
bullshit
to me.
on somebody who you've never met,
You
and that's
sound
a sad, miserable existence, and I pity you.
Okay.
I pity you.
He acts like a
I wish
damn
you could
kid,
find
Whatever.
something in your
2-year-old.
life that gives
Okay.
you purpose and meaning, because
Fucking
otherwise,
old
it's a
lady.
sad life for
Okay.
you. So good luck,
Purpose,
lady.
like the
Good
way
luck.
Gypsy killed her mother. Is that the type of
Okay,
purpose
so
you're
listen,
talking about?
everything that you
The
posted
fact that
about
Gypsy
Gypsy
used
in the
a
last
man
like
that
3
was
All right,
collecting permanent
okay, how about
disability,
this?
is
Let's
that
see if
what
we
you're saying?
let's see if we can go
You're disgusting. You're the scum of the earth.
one at a
That's what you're
time.
hoe.
just as insane as you
You're
are.
the
So I feel
scum
bad
of
for
the
all
earth.
of them.
You
Also,
are
you
the
delete,
scum of
you
the
delete
earth.
comments, and delete,
You are the
block
scum
people
of the
who
earth.
Wait, hold on, Ken.
You are the
Gypsy
scum
Rose
of the
doesn't
earth.
delete comments. Gypsy doesn't delete comments.
Yeah, it's such an oxymoron.
Come on, Ken.
They're the ones
Let's play on the
upset
same
because
page.
I don't sit on lives for days talking.
Do you delete comments? Yes or
Okay,
no?
so Nina,
I
do
can
you?
do what I want to do on
She
my
could do
days.
whatever she
For
deletes
you.
comments. So
Exactly. You try
So
to
does
push a
Gypsy
narrative
delete
of
comments or
bullshit
not?
at any
Oh,
means
okay.
necessary, even if that means it's not the truth. That is your entire existence.
Oh,
You
okay.
just want the
But
money.
how-
You just want the clicks.
Even though
You
it's
just
not
want
the
the
truth,
views.
but the things I've
You
said have
are a
checked out.
sad
So how are you
person.
saying the stuff that checked out are lies? Like that doesn't make any sense.
Listen,
you
all I
sound
tell
dumb.
is the truth, lady. You tell bullshit for
Okay.
views.
That's kind of
You know,
untrue,
like that we
Ken.
broke
Yeah,
up, like
like
that I
he's a
lived with her
liar
and
though.
her
We know
parents,
that about
like, all
him.
that bullshit that you spread,
Yeah.
it's just garbage.
Just like
Anybody
Cowboy
who
Bear,
watches your content
Kenyatta.
is just as much
Okay.
stupid as you are.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
go
okay,
find your
play
boyfriend and
the
cry.
already debunked cowboy card. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Yeah. Is that all you have? Do you have anything
You're
else, Nina?
lying.
Do you have anything
You're
else?
lying.
Nothing
You're
else, huh? That's what I
lying.
thought. You're such a
Oh, you
loser
must
as I
have
thought
not
you
had
were.
some dick in some time. You sound really
Ken, do you
Anything
really
else?
hate Nina this
Anything
much, or
else?
is it Gypsy
You
that
sound
hates
really
Nina?
hostile.
I don't hate Nina. I'm
You
just letting
sound
your
real
viewers
hostile.
know that she's a dumbass.
Oh,
and
you
everybody
need
that
some
She's a
dick.
follows
dumbass.
the
You need some
Reddit
dick.
community
Oh.
also believe that she spreads false bullshit. You know, like she can't face anybody who critiques her.
Kenyatta.
She blocks and bans and deletes comments at anybody who goes
So
against
Gypsy
her.
never blocks or bans
Because,
anybody.
Oh,
you know, it doesn't matter. The
Kenyatta.
point
How
is
cute,
that
Kenyatta.
she's miserable and pathetic, and it's sad. And I
Okay.
pity you.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Right. You
But
got
go ahead
it.
and keep it going.
Does anybody want to
Okay.
take a
All
poll?
right,
It's all you
Kenyatta.
have.
You got
It's
it.
all you have. You
Oh.
have nothing else. You have no identity
Okay.
opposite
If
Gypsy
you think
Rose.
I'm offended by a
Gypsy
man
Rose
that
owns
had a
and
baby by a
controls
murderer,
you, and you
you
know
are
that I'm
right.
right. And
Okay, so Ken, I'm gonna have to disagree
yeah,
with
laugh
that.
it off. That's all you got.
Hold on one second.
Gypsy Rose owns and controls you. Do you have any
Ken, I
content
have to
opposite of
disagree
her?
with that
No.
because
Actually, I have
Nina
a
can do
lot
other
more
content.
other than his,
Yeah.
other than
well,
Gypsy.
yeah, listen.
So
It
what are you
speaks
talking
for
about?
itself, and it ain't speaking
Oh,
very
okay.
loud. So
Oh, okay.
Ken, how do you feel about people accusing Gypsy for collecting blood money? Because the only reason why she's making money is because of what she did to her mother.
that's your perspective. And
What is your
and
perspective on
the
that?
same can be said about you, Morbid. What are you making your money off of right now?
Your wife
Posting
or
Gypsy
your
Rose
your
content
mistress.
every other night, right? So
I
in
make
a
money
way,
off your
you know,
mistress.
you're
Says jobless Ken
Find
that
anybody
lives
on
off
here.
of his
But
Actually,
I don't make
murderous
money
baby
off.
mama.
unlike you, Nina,
Really?
I do have an
That's
actual job.
crazy.
Unlike you, but keep posting your false
That's
bullshit
Unlike
videos to make money
Gypsy.
because that's all you have, right?
Unlike Gypsy.
Okay,
Ken, I'm just asking you a serious
No, I'm
question.
just speaking. I'm speaking the truth. Am I not, Nina? I am.
No, you're
I
not.
don't know if you
Nina
are.
didn't murder anybody.
Ken, I know you're
That's a nice little cop out argument, but the
Mhm.
reality is
Funny.
you post fake, false bullshit, fake news to get money, right? Yes.
And what does Gypsy post to make money?
She doesn't post shit. Have you not seen that she hasn't posted anything in a while? She lives her life.
Actually pictures of everything, Ken. I have pictures of everything. I'm telling you.
Post it, lady. Post it. I'm telling you to post it. Post your pictures, lady. You ain't got shit.
Ken, you're feisty tonight, baby. It's
got shit. Nina's a fucking miserable loser who just
You
has to
can't
post
stand the
fake
truth.
shit to get views and clicks. That's who she is. She has no
Truth generally
identity
hurts,
or personality
Aiken.
opposite of Gypsy Rose. Everybody who fucking watches this shit knows that's the truth. And anybody who actually believes her nonsense is just as stupid as she is. So
Just as stupid as
go
oh my
ahead. If
Lord
you want to
jeez.
follow
And you
all
want
the
us to
shit
believe his
online, go ahead.
For
he wants us to believe Gypsy Rose,
Okay, go
y'all.
ahead.
Y'all stop that.
Okay, so I've heard certain content
Can't get sober,
creators
come back.
encouraging people to call CPS on Gypsy already, like even before the baby was born. What do you have to say about that?
I think it's all just
awful,
normal
personally, but I wanna know what
hater
you wanted me to say.
behavior. It's just stupid because Aurora's in great hands. She's got a great loving mother. She's got a great loving
How would
father.
y'all know?
She's got a
She's never
great
with her.
supportive and loving family, grandparents, etc. And she's gonna have a great life. So you can do whatever the hell you want, but
No, she's not. You're
Aurora
fooling
is,
yourself and you
has a
fucking
great
know
she
it.
should
family.
call CPS. I do
No,
not
yeah, I don't
agree
agree with that at all. That's why I wanted to know what you thought. I'm not for that.
It's absolutely ridiculous. All
Can
I
you
can tell you
can
is
you
to
give us
watch the
something?
show. I can't give you anything. You know, watch the show and you'll see.
Mhm.
But Aurora is born to a very happy and loving family, and she's going to have an amazing life. And she's been great so far. She's been the most
Probably because
amazing
it's not
baby.
y'all's baby.
She's been growing and she's been eating, and she's great. And she's a
You keep
complete joy.
saying she's been eating like
and growing.
Yeah, I know. Like he's trying to
She's been
convince
eating, she's been
us.
growing. You know, I have to up her bottle every week. You know, that's what I mean by that. And
Are you
she's
getting
gaining
enough
weight.
sleep?
She's adorable. She's a sweetheart. She's got a full head of hair. She's got
no
green eyes.
failure to
She's
thrive.
I want to give
adorable.
Nelly a chance to ask a question before you
Yeah, for
leave there,
sure.
Ken, because I know you only got 30 seconds.
Ken, I am not a creator, actually. I am in the Justice for DD movement. So I have a question, if that's okay with you.
Call CPS. Like, why does their kid matter to us?
Hold on, Nina. Ken, is it okay?
That just shows what a cold-hearted fucking loser you are, Nina. But go ahead.
All right, Nelly Belly, go ahead.
Okay, so you just made a statement about your daughter has a loving family, with grandparents. So my question, how do you feel about the fact that, your daughter's going to grow up one day and she's going to hear everything, that happened, and she's going to have questions. And if it wouldn't be for the fact that, Morbid and his community and us here on the Petrie family side, got an urn, how would you have felt bringing your daughter? Because I'm sure, as she one day would ask, to maybe go and see her grandmother and her great grandmother. Do you feel about the fact that she's gone? And it's kind of heartbreaking.
I'm going to do everything that I can as a father to raise my daughter in the best life that I can and give her everything that I can as a father.
Get
And
it
Gypsy's going to
away.
give her everything that she can as a mother. We have a loving and great and big circle around us. We have my family. We have my parents,
Fake fault
meaning her
circle.
grandparents. We have Christy and Rod,
Paid
her
fake fault
grandparents on
circle.
Gypsy's side. And of course, there's going to be a day where we have to explain the situation of, of Gypsy's life. And that is a day that we intend to all sit down as a family together and explain the facts as they happened. And when that day comes, we will do it. And my entire goal and my entire focus is to just give Aurora the best life that I can as her father. And that's what I intend to do. I will never walk away from my child. I will never step away. I will never temporarily leave. I will always be there for
Y'all
her.
see it's gonna be
And
funny
so will
about
Gypsy.
5
She has been an
years.
incredible mother so far, and I expect that to continue on into the rest of our lives. And we're very lucky and we're very blessed that we have Rod, we have Christy, we have my mother Raina, we have my father, we have everybody around us to help bring Aurora into this world as best we can. And that is entirely what my focus is on. I don't dread certain things. I don't look negatively on certain things. All I look at is what is the best way that I, as her father, can positively bring her into a happy world and existence. And
Get
that
the
is
fuck away from her
what I
mama.
anticipate to do.
Okay, now how do you intend to do that if you don't know what the hell Gypsy's doing? Because apparently, you're like, oh, I don't know this, and oh, I don't recollect that. So I mean, do you plan to be more involved in
I
Gypsy's
know
life?
enough. I know what's important. I know what matters. Okay. And we don't have to get lost in these arbitrary weeds that are irrelevant. Okay, I'm here for what matters and what's important, and I will always be a part of that.
Did
And
Dee
I will
Dee's
give her the
life
best
matter,
life I can.
Ken?
It's a legit question. Did Dee Dee's life matter?
So you guys want to get
According to
like,
you.
you guys want to get into some kind of like side conversation here about whatever y'all's narrative
I
is?
don't know.
It's
'cause
not
And
about a narrative.
I have, okay, y'all have y'all's narrative and what you believe the story is.
we
and I
want to
have
know your
what I know the story is.
thoughts.
And I'm
And
not
It's a
gonna,
yes or no
like I said, I'm not gonna get lost in these arbitrary weeds.
You
I
don't know
told you
what the
what my
story
intention
is, Ken.
and my purpose is, and that's what I'm gonna do.
all I'm saying is
So
I don't feel like anybody's life is
Arbitrary words. No, it's called the fucking truth. It's called a made up defense that Gypsy's attorney came up with to push the abuse narrative. Why can you not understand that? That's not false allegations. That's not bullshit. That's not these people on this panel just making the shit up to piss you off. It's called truth. And your daughter is going to come after it one day, and you're not going to be able to deliver it the way it should be. Y'all are in a world of hurt.
an arbitrary need
Yeah,
as you're
definitely.
categorizing it. But
So let
okay,
me ask
well
you.
you can put words in my mouth if you want to.
I'm not.
But the point that I'm trying to make is you have your narrative and we have ours.
And I would love to
we
hear
are not
yours.
going to agree.
We have
We're
the
not going
truth.
to agree.
You
That's
had a
okay.
made up one.
Okay. Well,
I just
and
wanted to
you're
hear
right,
your
that is
thoughts
okay.
about it.
That is okay.
You had a
I
literally
already know what your
made up
thoughts are,
truth.
and you know what my thoughts are, and we're on two separate
Okay.
sides.
I don't know
And
what your
that's
thoughts are.
fair
That's why
enough.
I'm asking you. What would you
Okay,
explain to
well,
your daughter? And because you were talking about it.
that
and-
conversation that I have with her will be our conversation.
All right.
It does not need to be had right now.
Mm.
And
Okay,
you're
and you can
comfortable.
have your narrative
More
spin,
around
and
that
we'll have
bush.
our
Fucking
side.
idiot.
And
Fucking
your
idiot.
Well, I'll
narrative
answer
spin.
for you that Dee Dee's life absolutely mattered, and that's what we're going to
I
make
mean,
sure everybody knows.
could we agree there that maybe justice for Dee Dee in the sense that she didn't deserve to die or be killed in such a heinous way?
again, you have your narrative, and we
Yeah.
have
So you
our
think
side.
you deserve that,
And
Ken?
I'm not gonna dive into these arbitrary weeds with you. I'm just not gonna do
You're
that.
not
Arbitrary.
talking.
Okay.
You're
Okay,
not.
so
Okay, listen,
can I ask
I-
another question?
obviously you
Hold
have
on.
your opinion. Morbid, Nicole, everybody else on this panel, Hate T, everybody, you have your opinion. Okay, and that's fine. Opinions
All
are
right.
respectable.
It was
That's
just
fine.
it
Y'all
was a
We
need
have
question
church,
to
ours
you,
Ken.
as
brother.
You
well.
That
truly
was it.
fucking need church.
Okay, now I have another question real quick, okay, before you leave. All right, so Aurora's gonna have your family and Rod and Christy. But what about the Petries?
That's what I was gonna ask. I'm so glad you asked that.
Anybody who wants to be a part of Aurora's life on either sides of our family is more than welcome.
Okay, so the
You know,
Petries are
if they want to
interested
be.
in being a part of Aurora's life. Can you make
Because
that
they're all
happen?
they Aurora
Then
is
they
all
are
they
more
have
than
left.
welcome.
Hold on one second. Go ahead.
Anybody who is willing to be a part of Aurora's life, whether it be on my side, the Euchers, whether it be on the Blanchards, the Petries, anybody is welcome.
Okay,
to be
so
a part of
I know
Aurora's
for a
life.
fact that the Petries want to be a part of Aurora's life. Will you make that happen for them?
If they want to reach out to me, they are more than welcome to.
Okay.
Does Gypsy
Can I
feel the
reach
same
out
way?
on their behalf to you and get that to work?
Sure.
Okay. There we go.
I hope that's true.
But
I'm
it
holding
doesn't
you
have to be
to.
through
I'm
you.
holding you
I
to that.
imagine the Petries have ways to contact the Blanchards, ways to contact anybody
But they
else
don't
in
want
their
to speak to
family.
the Blanchards. They want to speak to you and Gypsy.
Okay, well then they are more than welcome to contact me directly if they wish. Hey, so Morbid, you build your identity, or your channel on truth, right? You play that in your opening clips, right? So
yeah.
why do you seem to like bootlick and like tolerate all of like Nina's garbage that she posts on her channel and like subsequently brings to your live? Like you never seem to like
that's not
question
true, Ken.
her or like fact check her for anything. You just believe all of her garbage and nonsense. Like why is
Where
that?
did you hear
My
me
question.
say that I believe everything? I
Well,
respect her
when
as
she
a
comes on your
creator
channel
and a
and she
person.
plays, she talks about how like we broke up and that like I lived with her during the hurricane.
She
all
has
that
every
kind of
right to express herself.
Yeah,
and-
but like you don't
Exactly.
ever like vet it or like second guess it.
How
You
would
just,
you
like,
vet
accept it.
that?
But dude, I'm not a professional. I mean, a journalist. I'm a fucking dancing monkey here. I
I
entertain.
know, but like I just thought like somebody who like builds their channel on truth might maybe want to vet like the
I
constant
don't build my
arbitrary
channel
garbage that gets spewed,
specifically
right?
on truth.
Okay,
I
well,
try my
it's in your intro.
best,
That's the only reason why I said that.
but everybody can
Say
have
that
an
truth
opinion,
matters,
just like you. I'm not vetting you on all the information you're giving me right now. I'm
Well,
believing
the
and
only
having
difference
faith.
between me and content creators is I have absolutely no reason to lie.
Then
Well,
why do
they
you
Bro,
continue to
come
fucking do
on.
it?
Let me explain before you react. I have
Come
no
on.
reason to lie, but they do because
You
they
don't
get
have.
views, clicks, and monetary gain off of those lies.
Now
So this part where Ken says he has absolutely no reason whatsoever to lie just killed me, because it's like, yes you do. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is your girlfriend and mother to your child. You have every reason in the world to lie, to protect her, to protect them. And I'm so tired of the argument that content creators just make things up out of thin air for clicks and views and monetary gain. It just can't be further from the truth. Are there content creators that do things like that? Yes, of course. Me personally, I will never just make something up out of thin air to post it to get views and likes and to make money. Because if you're going to be a content creator that is constantly doing that and putting out false stories that you know are false, that is only going to hurt you in the long run, because you're not going to have integrity and people are not going to trust you. That's why it's so important when you get information from people or you have sources that you cite your sources. This is where I heard it from. It's alleged. A source told me, they're anonymous.
Would have no reason to lie to you. You know, especially when it comes to these things like,
did her mom abuse her?
Or
in your mind?
Absolutely, her mother abused her.
Okay,
and,
how so?
Are we still together? Or is our baby real or fake? Is the pregnancy fake, etc.? Like, why would I? What reason or motive would I have to lie?
Because the woman you're with has a history of lying and lying and lying and lying.
So
Ken.
you say that's your
Honey,
interpretation.
I've got
That's
videos
your
proving it over and
interpretation.
over and
Well,
over
your
and over
content
and over
is
again.
biased. Okay.
Whoa.
So
Look at
listen,
you, buddy. You're the
listen,
content king.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. Okay,
You're
with full
just
honesty.
what the hell are you on, Kizzle? What the hell is going on?
Life, but I'm telling you right now, like, there's literally no reason to lie about our child. Why would I lie about the baby's due date? Why would I lie
questioning you
about
lying
the
about your
fact that
child,
it's real?
brother.
Oh, maybe you're not.
We're
morbid,
not.
but
No,
people on your panel
we
and your
moved
chat
on.
do.
Oh,
Okay,
you're talking
and
about
then-
the fake
and then
pregnancy.
Also,
Okay.
just
The
like
internet
also like
does
different
that.
details.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
people on the
Like,
internet
or that I
definitely
live
do
in that I live in Dallas, or that I live in Austin with my mom, or that, you know, all these ridiculous rumors that get spewed out by people on your panel
That's
that
not
you
true.
don't ever seem to second guess. You know, you don't
Ken,
ever seem
I
to kind of
understand
like
that can be
vet that information.
frustrating. That's frustrating, but being a part of the
No, it's not
public
frustrating.
sphere,
It's kind of hilarious. I laugh at it. To be,
well,
to be
I bet. I
totally
bet
honest.
you
go.
laugh. I
But the
bet
fact that you don't ever vet it or look into it is just what I'm asking about. Like,
Ken,
you
do
build your
you
Oh.
vet the
channel on
information
Truth
that you've
Matters,
received
but-
in regards to your baby mama? Have you vet
Say
all
again?
that information? Did you vet all the
Yes.
doctors that diagnosed Gypsy Rose with,
It's
or
obvious
Dee
and
Dee
apparent
Blanchard
to
with
me.
Munchausen by
It's
proxy?
obvious and apparent to me.
Did you vet those psychiatrists and psychologists?
Absolutely.
Oh, you
I
did?
vetted
Can you
all the
name those
information
psychologists and
presented in front of me.
psychiatrists
And
that
to me,
actually
it's an obvious
diagnosed?
conclusion,
And there aren't any.
but doesn't seem to be so much for you and your community. But
Did
that's
you
fine.
vet
You know,
the-
we agreed to disagree.
So you vet those psychiatrists, psychologists that actually did the diagnosis of Munchausen by proxy for Dee Dee.
I vetted everything, and to me, it's obvious and apparent.
Oh.
But to your community, it
What was the
doesn't seem
vetting
so.
process of that?
Yeah.
And that's
I'm
you know, we can
interested
just
in
agree
that.
to disagree on that. Like I said.
You can't diagnose
Ken,
a
you
dead
didn't.
I don't have enough time to go down this.
Can't
Ken, you
diagnose
did
a
not
dead
vet
person.
anybody because there's nobody.
It's
You
absolutely
can't diagnose a
obvious and apparent.
corpse, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, the details speak for themselves.
What
okay?
detail?
I mean,
Yeah, actually,
okay,
they do.
They
so
do.
you're
Yeah,
claiming,
you're right, and they
you're
don't
claiming
look
that
good for
Gypsy
her.
was never a victim of child abuse?
No.
Not
Okay.
medical
Wait,
child
what kind of
abuse.
abuse?
So,
Not medical
Yeah,
child
not
okay,
abuse.
so is it not child abuse to pull your kid out of school? Is it not child
Okay,
abuse
No.
to make your kid sit in a
hold on.
wheelchair knowing she can walk? Is it not
That
child
did-
abuse
Yeah,
to
Ken,
shave your kid's head to give
Shit
the
didn't
appearance of
happen.
being
Shit,
Gypsy
kids
put
are
herself
not.
in that
not?
fucking
That's not
wheelchair.
Munchausen.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is.
medical
No,
It
it's
absolutely
not.
is.
I agree.
Yes, it is.
Dee Dee-
It's absolutely 100% child abuse.
Ken,
And if you don't
I
agree
said
with
it
that, that's
wasn't
fine. You're
Munchausen.
fooled by a narrative.
Okay,
Ken.
But
Ken.
And Gypsy
You're not
needed
gonna
the
get a
food
fight
That's the
too.
case here.
saying that Dee Dee was
Gypsy
a
needed the
stellar
surgery
mother.
done in her
Ken, let me
ears and
play
her
devil's
nose.
advocate,
You know,
and
Come on,
I'm
I-
going to
throat.
agree with you.
If it wasn't child abuse, then do it to your own kids.
Ken,
No, that it's
I
not
think he just
medical
really wants to
child abuse.
believe Gypsy no matter what she says, and it's kind of
Well,
sad. He
but-
just like can't open his
No,
mind up to the
I'm
possibility.
a fact finder. I can think for myself, and
Okay.
it's very obvious and
hope so.
apparent
Okay, I have
what
a
the
question.
facts of this case are.
Dee Dee
But,
never made her sick. Never made her
Well,
sick.
all right, so
That's
all of
your
the
opinion.
stuff,
Was
Ken,
sick.
all,
So this is basically it. About a minute or so after this, Ken ends up leaving the live stream and he agrees to having a conversation with the Petries about potentially being in Aurora's life. And like I said, if you'd like to watch the entire live stream, we did cover majority of it in this video. I will link it in the description of my video. Ken's mother does go on Sir Morbid's
Thank you.
panel the night after.
Thank you, Conspiracy. Y'all, if this is not a shit show, I don't know what is. Ken cannot tell the truth for shit, and I don't know how he believes Gypsy. I mean, the proof is laid out. She was never abused. The surgeries that were done were needed. Dee didn't force shit on Gypsy, didn't abuse her. The photos don't prove it. The medical records don't prove it. The only thing that's proven is that your old lady is a fucking bold-faced liar. And then you're just a sack of shit. A delusional sack of shit for believing everything that comes out of her fucking mouth. When you get sober, come back. Till the next one, guys.